Hi, Jonah Bowles here. As Vice President of Finance for the Heart of Virginia Council, as an adult leader with Troop 811, and as the father of an Eagle Scout, I'd like to welcome you back to our DVD on this T. Brady Saunders Summer Camp program. We have changed the venue today to be at the beautiful historic James River, where we will discuss high adventure programs specifically tailored for our older scouts attending the summer camping program at Camp T. Brady Saunders. Behind me is the beautiful and historic James River, with its headwaters in the Appalachian Mountains and flowing just a stone's throw away from Camp T. Brady Saunders. It is where we conduct two of our programs for older scouts. Weekly on Monday morning, two crews of scouts or venturers depart camp in our buses to a launching site on the James River to begin a 4-night, 50-mile trek down the river. We use these rustic river buses, worth the trip themselves, to transport the crews to the drop-off point near Scottsville, Virginia. The crews paddle down the river each day, viewing flora and fauna of the river, and then spend the nights at our exclusive riverside campsites, each of which offers a special program about the history and lore of the James River region. We actually have two river programs. The other river program is part of the Rangers Challenge, unique to Camp T. Brady Saunders, in which older scouts spend a portion of each day with legendary camp ranger John Hankins. John, I understand Ranger Challenge is a program you put together 15 years ago just for older scouts. Why did you do it, and what do the scouts like best about it?
I've been around as a staff member for nearly 40 years, and I do a lot of things we used to do at Philmont. We take these kids out and introduce them to things they've never seen, never even imagined. It's a very quick, very fast-moving program. We don't slow down. We try to do 30 or 40 different subjects per day. We try to leave camp, take them out of their comfort zone a little bit. One of the first things I try to show the kids, we pull out rattlesnakes, for instance, on the first day, first few minutes. Kid sees a rattlesnake up close, it's not something they normally get a chance to do. We let them see the fangs, we let them touch the snake. You see the size of the fangs on the guy. It just kind of gets their attention from the get-go. Anytime you got his attention, then you can take it and run. But with a rattlesnake like this, all of a sudden these 14-year-old boys realize they're not in for a normal experience, and we take it from that point. When we go up in the mountains, for instance, we spend a lot of time looking for arrowheads, and these are all arrowheads that we found on those various trips. One of the things we do is primitive weapons. This is an atlatl. It was used by the Aztecs almost 10,000 years ago. But this guy will, it's a spear thrower. This little mechanism right here, you just put the antler tip in the end of the spear, pull it back, figure out where you want to put it, and you can throw that spear, hundreds of yards away. Sorry, buddy. Real easy. There's not a lot to it. Kids have never seen something like that. We use things like Chinese meteor hammers, shurikens. We throw axes. It's just a program that's designed for that 14 to 17-year-old kid. But I find that these kids, sometimes I deal with 40, 50 kids a week, are really motivated. Once I've got their attention, they know that I'm going to stick to a fairly strict set of standards. They love it.
The number of scouts for both of these programs is limited, so sign up early. In 2008, we'll also be offering horseback riding and scuba programs for our older scouts. The scuba program is a one-day recreational introduction course. No one ever forgets what it's like to breathe underwater for the first time. On clear nights at Camp Brady Saunders, we also have the astronomy program, where scouts and leaders can experience the world of stars and outer space. And here to explain that to us is Tim Streakle, Camp Ranger and our astronomy specialist who helps scouts with Astronomy Merit Badge. Tim, what are some of the things that scouts will be able to see?
There's all kinds of fascinating things about the night sky that we can get into in endless discussions. When kids come to take the Astronomy Merit Badge, typically it's not looking through a telescope that really excites their imagination. It's questions. It's questions that are in their minds that they get to talk about and get out of their minds, and we get to put it all out on the table and talk about things like, are there aliens? Are there stars that are going to explode? How long is our sun going to be around? Is the Earth going to explode? How close is the moon? Tons of questions. There are more questions than there are answers. But my job is to help kids discover the thrill of asking the questions.
We know that these are many of the things your older scouts will want to do at camp because all of these ideas came from scouts. Parents and leaders, John, Tim, and I, and the entire High Adventure staff want to thank you for the opportunity to bring this program to you in this DVD. We look forward to seeing you next summer at Camp T. Brady Saunders.